Welcome to yet another episode of Socio Ideologies with Ruku, best known as Socio Ideo with Ruku, a series that aims to prove that no reality truly fits an ideology. I'm Ruku's Niti, and this is a Girls of Voices production. In today's episode, we are going to be discussing the topic we have named At the Expense of Men. Now, when we say at the expense of men, we are looking at the ideology which claims that women empowerment comes at the expense of men. So we're also going to discuss the various ideologies that tend to surround and also cushion this ideology which says that women empowerment comes at the expense of men, as well as look at the various effects these ideologies have caused within our societies. So when we talk about women empowerment, we are looking at the situations where women are not accepted when they try to get into male-dominated industries. For instance, if you look at this banner right beside me, there is a woman who's trying to get into the waste refuse industry. But because she's a woman, all these men who were going about doing their work have suddenly stopped working, and they're now staring at her because she's a woman who's trying to get into the industry, which is simply a clear image of what's now taking place. The moment we try and put women in maybe in construction, men tend to stop. They do not give the same respect they would give to a male counterpart. Some even decide they won't work. I've even had certain men who tend to say, simply trying to say they will never accept a female boss. But how then are women supposed to get into this industry? So women empowerment is simply trying to erase a mindset like that which says I cannot work with a woman in this industry, I cannot have a female boss in this industry. It's trying to create a society and a mindset where I'm able to say, yes, I'm a male, but yeah, I'm going to work with her because she is qualified enough. I'm going to answer to her because she is qualified enough to be my boss. She is in authority. No reality truly fits an ideology. This means that even the reality of women empowerment, or the reality towards all those ideologies concerning women empowerment, is different from the ideologies themselves and the stereotypes that comes with all these ideologies. Now, when we talk about women empowerment, we are simply looking at a legal action or a formal warrant to actually offer women opportunities they never had before. The ideology which accompanies this whole idea of women empowerment coming at the expense of men is the ideology which says that women are incompetent and provide substandard work. So it's believed that women are generally incompetent. So the moment we empower women and put them in certain positions, now the men feel that it comes at their expense because the work that's provided is now substandard, whereas if a man could have done that job, it could have been done better. But it's never really the case, because as long as women get the similar training to that which men get, then they are able to provide the exact same standard of work, just like the same standard of work that men could have provided. Right. So one day I decided to carry out a survey before actually recording this episode. And I randomly asked people if they felt like women empowerment came at the expense of men. And I got really shocking responses. A lot of people were saying that the world is trying to correct previously purported inequality by introducing another form of inequality. I asked, what are you trying to mean by this? So you find that society believes that inequality was there. Yes, women were treated unfairly, but now men feel like simply because we are trying to get women to do what men do, men suddenly feel like we are trying to get women to do what men can do while getting men to not do what they are already doing, which is not the case. It has resulted in so many men becoming misogynists, which believe that which generally hate women and hate the whole idea of women empowerment. The aim of women empowerment is to simply create a female version of a Superman, someone we can call a Wonder Woman. So just like how a Superman is a man who has powers to balance a lot of things at once, a man who is in authority, a man who can balance work and family and still be able to stay intact and not break down. That's the same concept we're trying to create by a Wonder Woman, and a Wonder Woman is created through women empowerment, because for so long women have felt inferior, for so long women have felt like they only belong in the house, women have felt like they only belong to the least important duties and roles. Thank you for watching this episode on At the Expense of Man. If you like me or what I was talking about, then do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Girls of Voices, Girls with a Z. You could also find us on Facebook or follow us on Instagram and Twitter. The name still stands as Girls of Voices. Remember, girls with a Z. If we want a society that is truly developed, if we want every family to live to its fullest capacity, then it's time we start embracing women empowerment. You need to understand that women empowerment doesn't come at the expense of men, but it comes at the aid of men. I'm Ruku Miti. Thank you for watching Socio Ideo with Ruku. Join me next time as we continue to discuss various ideologies that exist within our societies, but that are usually left unaddressed. Until then, goodbye.